Hi, people of the internet. It's been a while. You guys are probably wondering, where is Anthony and Matu? Actually, Anthony went for a secret wedding. I said it the other time. So there was scandals. Like the wedding had scandals. He didn't tell me about the wedding at the first instance. When the wedding had issues, we had to take a break to fix some offline work issues. We are glad we are back and we are better. Our store is not a museum. So we actually made sure that our store was actually not a museum. So that is why we've not been around for a while. So I would like to introduce once again the ever-blazing, super amazing Anthony. And the Melanin Pumping, Tech Guru, Hype Monster, Sugar Daddy of Lagos. It's Matubobo, So Anthony, it's been a while. Anthony, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. I'm all right.
So how is the marriage now?
We thank God. We thank God. The road was rough, but we scaled through. We are fine, as you can see.
I cannot see anything.
We did not die.
There was this event that happened sometimes in May. It was the Google I/O event.
Yeah.
One of the pioneers of tech, just dishing out their new inventions, and we are in the world of AI.
AI, generative AI, AI as AI. It uses AI to bring AI.
And introducing bit by bit AI into all what we do. They are sprinkling it, like adding the savor of AI into tech. So we're going to be hearing more and more of this as the episode goes by. And also we'll be talking about the conference that is coming up also very soon. It's at the doorstep already. That's the Developers Conference, the World Developers Conference
For Apple.
For Apple, actually. We the Apple people now know. We release new iOS and Mac OS, the Watch OS, that will eventually be in the new release by September. But developers can get the beta versions of this OS as they continue to fix bugs and continue to make sure that it's a solid product. So we're hearing more of that also. And also there's this new product by Apple. Just watch out for it in the episode. You'll hear more of that also in the episode. So Tony, the Google I/O event, what was your comment about it?
It's just another iteration of Google's I/O event. They normally announce a lot of software advancements, and this year was not different. Sometimes they throw in some hardware. I know they released the budget Google Pixel in this event, the 7A, the A series of Pixel phones. So they released that 7A. It's also a beautiful phone. Let me just quickly talk about that. It's a beautiful phone. They removed one camera from the Pro, the exact same two cameras there are three cameras on the Pro, so they removed one of the cameras to make it the A. They reduced the size a little bit weaker, a little bit weaker screen, but it's good enough. The camera is still top notch. The software experience is still 100. So for people looking for a budget phone, I think it's $499 or $550 or $549, one of those two prices. However, it's a really good deal for what it offers. In the Apple camp, what they offer at this point is the iPhone SE, which is basically an iPhone 8 at this point. And you can't really compare them on the same level because that one is $499.
Yes,
$499. And this 7A, I think, is a better value for your money because you get the same experience, same camera, same everything, just a smaller phone and no wireless charging.
Google releases a Pixel 7.
And that they released that late last year, 7 Pro.
7 Pro.
Yeah.
And so they're just copying us now. It's just like releasing 14 Pro and 14. What was this?
No, 14 Pro and 14 comes out at the same time.
So why did you talk about SE?
I'm just saying, for people that will not understand this in Google context, they will understand it in Apple context. So it's really easy to understand when you say the iPhone SE because it's a very, I'm not saying it's a stupid phone, but
Apple fans, Tony is eating hard on us, and don't worry, I'm the defender of the galaxy of Apple.
All right, so that's mostly all the hardware they announced on that day. And yeah, so that's mostly all the hardware they announced on that day. But the rest, because it's a software conference, every other thing they announced is software based. So they talked about Google Maps, how they have put in some immersive view routes for your Google Maps, sorry. And it will give you like a 3D view of where you are instead of just like lines drawing on the screen. So it gives you a 3D map of where you are. Then a lot of AI advancements in Photos apps, a lot. I think I will show a demo in the video version of the podcast of how this works. So there's a magic eraser, magic editor and magic compose. So what it does is if you take a picture that is a little bit blur or a little bit out of place, maybe you want to hold the moon in your hand or something. So you take that picture and it's not exactly what you want. You can go back later and move either the sun or you as a person to match exactly what you wanted to take. And that just works basically with AI. There's no media processing. There is no engine processing. It just works with AI. And I know because they didn't say it's only on the Pixel 7 Pro, because the older phones, even phones that are not Pixel yeah, still have this feature at the end of the day. So it's not a hardware feature, it's a software feature.
So now, nobody as you post, now you go show for picture.
Anything where you see, we can't tell what the
believe at your own peril.
I swear. Anything where you see from online, anything where you see, just believe you. Good. So they also announced Palm 2 is Google's newest language model. Like I said, it's for developers mostly. So developer takes this model and develop all sorts of apps for Google. So they just announced a new language to do that. And also there is also a lot of improvement of workspace. Workspace meaning Google Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Drive, Workspace. What is this? Meet now. Google Meet. There's a lot of improvement. I know one in Gmail now that you can ask Gmail to write an email for you because you are too tired and you read an email. You can ask it to summarize it for you and reply. You can tell it reply calmly, reply aggressively, reply very long, reply very short. It just whips out text for you and you just read through it. If it's good, you just press send. I don't know, man. We start reading AI. AI will start reading emails from AI and they will start replying themselves because people are lazy and they're going to take a lot of advantage. There's another one on Google's, I think Google PowerPoint, which is what's the name? Slides for your presentation. You want to make a presentation, you make slides for it. So what you do now, when you're making slides, you want to make it very visual. You want to put pictures and everything. So now, when you are making the slides, now you can just ask, if you're looking for a picture that is somehow not anywhere on the internet, you can just ask Google to make a picture. Maybe say, I want a man under the waterfall with sun shining, and you just type in those keywords, and within seconds, it creates images for you that you can select from. Brand new images that are nowhere on the internet that you just created, and you can select it and just straight in your PowerPoint, just like that. And then you're presenting, and people are looking at this nice,
saying, wow.
They don't know
a well done research work.
They don't know you have been with Google. So there's a lot of AI features. Like I said, Google is a software company first of all. ChatGPT they just went straight for it. I know why, because Microsoft wasn't the one originally, so they bought them, and Microsoft didn't have much to lose per se, so they just went all in. So to the point that ChatGPT was just giving straight up wrong answers at some point. They will just tell you don't take ChatGPT very seriously. But Google, on the other hand, which are supposed to do this, as in which are the people that are supposed to pioneer this
invention,
this tech. Yeah, so they have to be more careful because they have built their whole business on correct information on the internet. When you ask Google for something, it should give you the correct information 99%. 99 out of 100 times where you do it. So they could not jump in to that frenzy. But now ChatGPT is just taking over the world and Google just has to release something. So they had it in the works. I know I've heard it from 2-3 years Google I/O. I've heard it, but they were just testing it very private. They didn't make it public. But now Google is just jumping into it. AI, everything. Now they released their own called BAD. His name is Bad. You can test it. Everyone can test it. You have your Google app. You can test it. You can use it. You can chat with it, whatever. Just like ChatGPT, but way more sophisticated because Google has been working for it years in the making.
That's why
And
it's
so-
bad.
Exactly. So BARD, they had to just jump into it and release it, because if they keep holding on to it, ChatGPT might just take all the market for AI. So that is what it is. There's another one, Music LM.
I love that.
They give you can type music, type lyrics or type music, and it turns it basically to a full music. I just go and check all these things. Music LM, I don't know. Then of course there's search. Search now. If you noticed, if you search for something now, it gives you a bad reply first before the normal regular Google search result that you get. So it gives you a bad reply. Bad reply meaning like ChatGPT. He wants to have a natural conversation with you. Maybe you're asking for the best smartphones to buy in 2023. Then it gives you a list and it starts talking a little bit about the phones. Just give you a straight list like Google will do before. So it gives you that and gives you the normal one. So you work with whatever you want. This sidekick, I think I talked about it before. You write a script, you ask somebody to review it. The somebody in this point being the AI. So he reviews it and like summarize it back to you. And if it makes sense and you want to go on with it, you go on with it. So like I said, AI is a tool, and you will not lose your job. You will just get better at doing your job. There's a lot of people using ChatGPT and getting promotions at work. I don't want to get people.
I'm not mentioning names.
I don't want to get people fired. So, and again, there's also this last one, Find My Device. If you lose your Android device, it's almost as good as gone. But unlike iPhone, it's just the different way. It's just the different way they used to check themselves. That's all. So find my device right now. It works better it works like the Apple counterpart. Let me explain how it works. If an Apple phone goes missing, they can take out the SIM. It doesn't need internet connection to ping its location. Why? Because there are so many iPhones everywhere in the world. What it does is, if it sees an iPhone around it, the iPhone around it is connected to the internet, most likely. So it can ping its location to that iPhone, right? So that iPhone uploads that information to the cloud. And that's how you can tell where your iPhone is, even though it's not connected to the internet. So the same way Pixel phones have now adopted that is a good model. I cannot lie. It's a good model.
We adopt them.
It's a good model. Relax.
We love them.
Relax. It's a good model.
We are for everybody. We are bringing everybody together.
Relax now. They released that feature to the Pixel phones. And one last one, AirTags. AirTags is these little things you put on your stuff where you don't want stuff to go missing, like in your bag. You just know exactly where they are.
Your keys.
And the AirTag work exactly the same way as I have explained just now, because it doesn't have internet connectivity. It only has GPS and it has an NFC. You can tell where it is relative to other devices around it. So because there's so many Apple products out there, it's very accurate, because you can tell where it is by the phone around it.
Yeah.
It's a very small device. Battery lasts forever because it doesn't use so much energy. So, and now that is the way it's supposed to use. But some bad actors have also used it to track people, right? So they will put it in your car somewhere you don't know, or your bag. You just be walking around, and now they know where you are at all times. So what Apple did was, because you have your phone all the time, it can detect an unregistered AirTag. So if I put an AirTag on you now and you don't know, your phone will alert you that there is an unregistered AirTag following you for a long time, and you can then find it and discard it, right? So because the phone knows that something has been following that it doesn't recognize since.
Stalking partners.
Exactly, to tell you. So now Pixel have now plugged into that ecosystem. And Android could not tell before that an AirTag has been following it. It's just bad acting, right? That's all. It's just bad acting. So, but now the Android will be able to tell now that an unregistered AirTag is also following it, and it can make it play sound. You find it and you discard it.
Yes, because
Voila
is too much.
There is a lot that was announced, and I already talked about the Pixel 7a. Okay, it's $499, 6.1 inch device. Beautiful device, looks exactly like the Pro version. Would do what mostly the Pro version would do. And there's the watch. I don't know who's wearing a Google Watch, but there it is. There is Wear OS.
It's a fine watch.
It's a beautiful watch. Software for the new software for the OS and all. And there's Universal Translator. Google has done a lot with translation.
They've tried
a lot. So they're just increasing it. Oh Jesus, I forgot this one.
The Pixel tab.
Pixel tablet, beautiful device, $499, comes with a dock. You can each very good. What do they call it?
Apple has pride.
Very good deal at this point because I know the dock alone sells for $169 or $170 if you want to buy it for another device. But this one comes with the dock in the box for $499. Beautiful device. I know they do home hub where they give you it's just like this. The way the setup is, home hub is on your counters, on your kitchen. You can ask it things, can ask it for recipes, it plays things, it shows pictures when it's idle. It has speakers, play good music on the speaker. So, but this one now, the Pixel tablet comes with the dock for free. So it attaches with magnets. You can take it up. You can put it whenever you don't need it because most tablets in the house are useless until you want to use it. So if they are going to be useless, you might as well just put it on the dock and have it display pictures or have it be a Google Home accessory. So you can just call out to Google and ask it for stuff. So I think this is a better implementation of the iPad. iPad is still better, but anyways.
iPad.
Look, how could I forget this one?
If it were you.
Pixel announced a folding phone before Apple.
Yeah, before Apple. No, Apple don't just...
relax. Before Apple is the last.
Apple don't meddle into people's affairs. Anyhow.
So,
actually.
what I can say is, the inside screen, I don't like it because the bezels are huge, but the outside screen is perfect. And when folded, it is very slim. So you can feel like you're just holding one phone the whole time. Then when you need a bigger screen, you can unfold it and it becomes
slimmer than fold.
It's slimmer than fold. Slimmer than fold.
It's fold also. It's slimmer than Samsung Fold.
Okay, it seems Samsung pioneered the fold, so we can just call them fold. So beautiful device. I don't have much to say about it. It's just another folding device. This is where we are at this point. We're having folding device, but Apple is not. It's not here at this point. So.
Yeah, Apple is busy doing better things.
Like
making sure
there is also calm down. There's also this Starline. Is like it's basically conference call, not conference call, like video call, but with more immersiveness. It gives you a 3D view of the person, cast shadows and everything. You look at the screen, but you can when you bend, you can really tell that the person here. You can see more of the person here when you bend like that. It's not like a 2D image when you see on your video call. It's really immersive. The person can feel like they can hand you something over the screen, and you can feel like you can collect it. So it's really immersive. Google is doing a lot with AI, anyways. So I just try to rush through it so that we'll have time to talk about Apple too. So that's basically everything with Google I/O event. It was in May 10th or 9th. I can't remember at this point. May 10th, yes. And that was everything they announced in their 2-hour presentation in, where was it? California. Not California. They are all in California. Mad. So it's in California, yes.
Apple is moving out. Actually.
All right.
To create their city. Apple City. So my Apple people, enough of this slander. And let us take you to a whole new world of good inventions. You know how Tim Cook does it now?
Yes, in Jesus' name.
Tim Cook is actually cooking.
Okay, before we talk about developer conference,
you see them again?
No, I'm not. I'm talking about Apple. I'm not talking about Google anymore. So let me just define what it is. Developer conference is a worldwide developer conference by Apple, held annually in Apple Park in California.
Yeah. Apple what? Apple Park.
Where they release their new operating system and software solutions for their hardware devices, namely iOS, iPhone OS, Mac OS, the MacBook OS, iPad OS, the iPad OS,
Watch OS.
There's the Watch OS
or the
and
iWatch.
TV OS, right? So it's a software event, but lately Apple has been introducing some hardware here and there. They invite developers, right? So they show them this feature, just the way Google did now. They show them the feature, and these developers can take this new feature and new ideas to make the apps compatible and make it work very well, like optimally for the new device coming in September, October, November. September for the iPhone, October for iPad usually, and November for new MacBooks usually. That's what they do with this event. They announce these new features, they go and develop, they release the OS to them. After some time, they release the public beta. Reason being, they want the operating system to be tested very well, working optimally for the new device. So the day the new device is announced, which is usually 2 weeks in September, second week in September, the new OS is also released for everybody. So everybody gets the same experience at the same time. And kudos to Apple, they do a lot. I cannot fault them with operating system and updates, because they can update your phone for up to 5 years, which is not the same on Android. The max I've seen on Android is 3 years. My mid-range Android got a second update just last week. I'm really happy because I wasn't expecting it, and it got the second major update.
I love that mid-range
last
Android.
week.
I love it.
So, but Apple can support your phone up to 4, 5, even 6 years at some point. I know MacBooks go way up to even 10 years
MacBook.
of software updates.
Cheats.
Right. So
MacBooks are cheats.
yeah,
actually.
so seems like Apple have a lot jam-packed for this event. It's coming up on 5th of June.
5th of June.
Coming up on 5th of June, which
That's
is
a
next week Monday. You can stream 6 o'clock in Nigeria on their YouTube channel or on the website. So it seems they have a lot to announce on that day. So they could not wait to announce Logic Pro and what's the other one? Final Cut Pro being released on the iPad. This was like 2 weeks ago, and it's already on the iPad at this point. They were teasing it for a long time. Usually they should wait to this event to announce it.
Apple is leaking their products.
Not leaking, they've announced it officially. I'm saying they have a lot to announce.
Yeah, so they cannot
They
be
cannot
that,
fit
that
in
time.
that 1 hour presentation or 1 hour 30-minute presentation. So they just announced it as a press release on their website. And now Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro are now available on the iPad. So let me just quickly run through what they are. Final Cut Pro is Apple's video editor. Then what do they call it? Logic Pro is Apple's music production application, right? So, and now these two creative apps, very creative. There's a lot we do with video, a lot we do with music, and now coming to the iPad. Now you cannot, of course, you could have edited on the go with your MacBooks, but now it's even easier with your iPad. You can just touch things, and this is not like your step down version of the app on a touch screen. It is actually the main full app on the touch screen device now. So just to give some quick information, I know Final Cut Pro is only available on M1 iPads, which is iPad Pro, even some iPad Air and up. Then I know Final Cut is Logic Pro, which is the music one, is available on any iPad that has A12 Bionic and up, which is A12. I think there's A13, then there is M1 and M2 now. So it's available on this thing, and is a subscription model.
Nothing is free.
Of course, it was not free. Nobody expected it to be free. I'm saying on the one on Mac OS is a one-time purchase, one-time life purchase. I think $3.99. You pay once and you have it for life, right? But this one is a subscription model every month, and it comes, I think it's $5 per month. I think it's going to be more expensive in the long run than the one you pay $400 for one-time purchase. So I think it's a welcome development, and kudos to Apple.
Thank you very much, sir.
I'm finding myself saying too much kudos to Apple.
Thank you very much, sir. We do appreciate this nice gesture.
I don't like it. However, that is what it is. iPad has new Pro apps. Finally, iPad Pro, it is now Pro, because it was just Pro for name. proof or anything, but now
At least you can use it more effectively.
Yeah, so
going forward.
Music production
made easy.
And video production on the go. You can use
just imagine using your iPad for music production.
It's actually very seamless because touch screen for music production is the best. Maybe for video production it might be difficult, but for music production, it's fire. And you have your USB Type-C ports. You can connect all your MIDI. Well, that's a lot, man.
So
once
again, you see,
yes, they try for that one. I will give it to them. If get time I go, I'll collect them back, but I'll give it to I've been talking too much, so let's just talk about. We've basically covered it, though. But there are two hardware rumors for this year for WWDC.
So guess what, guys? So we might actually be having, Apple is very funny with inventions, actually. AR and VR
headset, augmented reality and virtual reality.
Have you guys played Oculus?
Exactly.
Or no, this is very common with Nigerians. We going to the mall and start
fighting demons in the air. So
and you'll not be having nightmare after you spent money to go and fight demons.
I'm slightly afraid. Just a little bit.
So some will say this is end time. Actually, when we're in perilous times. So, let me just bring a conspiracy theory. So, is this a mark of 666?
No. No, it has been there since. So, I don't know what you're talking about.
So, augmented reality and virtual reality headset.
Yeah.
By Apple.
Like I said, I was slightly afraid because every other headset, every other AR and VR headset right now can have problems because if Apple enters this market, they will do it so well. Every other person.
I'm afraid for Oculus, actually.
Exactly.
I love Oculus a lot.
I'm afraid for.
I love that metaverse.
I know, bro.
No shades, bro. No shades, my guys. Well, I'm just afraid actually because whatever Apple touch turns to gold.
And rest, please rest. In Jesus' name.
So no one does it better actually. So let's just anticipate. I'm looking forward for this. I'm actually looking forward. I want to see this invention.
So just to explain what it is, AR is augmented reality. You have your reality, then you overlay stuff on the reality.
It's like putting duvet on the bed.
No, Jesus.
It's hard.
Well, however, it's correct. Good this thing. But you just put augmented reality on top of the real reality. So heads-up display is an example. When you're driving, your Google Maps is showing direction on your windscreen like that. And virtual reality is virtual reality. Everything you are seeing is not real.
It's not real.
Everything, 100% is not real. So you cover your face. And so I think it's going to be the same device. It can go opaque. It can go totally VR. That's another thing because there's no device like that is both AR and VR.
They will always look for something.
Rest
to stand out. So uniqueness, guys.
I know. So most of these ones are plugged to a computer. I know this one will mostly be wireless. I need to have an extended battery one on your waist, which I think is nice. It's going to be lightweight, of course.
Tell them again. Design. Light what?
It's going to be lightweight because Apple, of course, their design language is what do they call it? Convenience and shit and all that nonsense.
Not shit, convenience. Don't add shit.
So it's going to be comfortable. The 4K, just Apple Silicon, of course.
Just imagine putting
OS
on this now.
It will have XR OS, of course. It will have its own OS. So now, and in addition to all the Mac OS,
your Android? Oh God.
We have XR OS, gesture based, Kinikon, iris scanning for authentication. All that good stuff. I think we're going to have it in the headset.
And it's going to be cheap.
It's not going to be cheap. How? Apple will make cheap stuff. Sure, you want me? Apple will not make cheap stuff. It's going to be good, but it's not going to be cheap. Rest in that department. Never.
We are about to take over.
So
The 15-inch MacBook Air. Why?
I don't know who asked for this.
Why?
Like, why? Who asked for
It's
this?
just like 14 plus. It's giving me 14
Exa-
plus vibes.
Bro!
Apple, why? You
That
see now,
phone is
we
going
are
to be
allowed
useless.
to do this.
It's going to be useless. Just the way 14 Pro is. Like, nobody's asking for 14 Pro, and you went to go and do 15-inch MacBook Air. Jesus.
What?
Of course, it's a rumor.
We are still
And
asking
I hope
questions
it's not
about.
going to happen.
We are still asking
Because-
questions about 14 plus.
Plus, who asked for it?
He probably got that advice from a madman.
Nobody has a
What?
14-inch MacBook Air. I think it's going to break. It's not going to be structurally sound because the 13-inch right now is very slim. Now imagine something
15
bigger.
inches MacBook Air. It will break
It
now.
will just break now. It will be like what do they call it? Table, like cutter. It's too slim. That's what I'm saying. You cannot. Let's just forget about it. It's not going
Please
to be
now.
announced.
It should be a
It's just
rumor.
slim.
It should end like that.
Just end in a rumor.
Please, I beg you.
Amen. Thank God. So, like, we've talked about the iOS 17. I don't want to.
The best thing to happen to mankind.
To what? Say it again. I didn't hear. I did not hear you.
Next.
Talk now. I didn't hear.
Next. iOS 17. Guys. No, you know how we do it. When our antecedents, go back. Go and verify. Check. 17.
So, iOS 17 might not be coming to the iPhone X and the iPhone 8 series. Might, most likely. But if it comes, then it's just kudos to Apple again. But then I don't think it's coming because the phone is 6-year-old at this point. Buy another phone.
We love you guys.
Buy another phone.
Upgrade to 11.
Yeah.
ASAP.
No. 11 will only
No.
get one more year. Do 12 instead.
Instead, okay.
Yeah, so. So I think from XS, we'll get the updates up to the latest one now.
It will be in excess. So it's start from excess.
No, iPhone XS and the XS Max series. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what this guy's talking about. So I've not really seen it. I'm just saying upgraded control center, Kinikon, dynamic island is for 14 Pro. Search improvements, health. You share the new OS. Yeah. Then there's WatchOS. And
Is that watch 10 years already?
Apple Watch.
Yes. Now I haven't
It could be now. When was the first Apple Watch released? It could be.
Let's
When
know if it's 10
was
years.
the first Apple Watch released?
Because we'll be having Series 9. You know, we had.
2015. It's not 10 years yet.
It's not 10 years.
But then, it's a long time. 2015 is 8 years. That's a lot of watch experience. So
That was when Buhari came in.
Yeah.
But now Buhari is in Daura.
Moving on. I think that's basically everything we have to talk about today. Yes, that's basically everything we talk about. And you know what time it is? You know what time it is? You know what time it is? Do you know what time it is?
So guys, it's time for trivia. I guess I'm leading now. Am I not?
How dare you? How dare you lead Tech Bro in tech questions? All right. Take your answer sheets. I have my answer sheet.
Golden pen.
Module.
Guys,
So-
disclaimer, I'm not a tech person.
Every time. Go still chop on. All right. Question number 1.
So inside though.
What does SMS stand for? What does SMS stand for? Short meter service, share more stories, secure messages service, short messages service.
Don't copy my answer.
Don't copy my answer. What is the name, number 2, what is the name of Microsoft's web browser? This is so stupid. Ding, King, Ping, Bing.
Are you ready?
It's not a trick question.
Are you ready?
It's not a trick question with this.
Are you ready? Please.
But this answer no be web browser be this now. Nah, this time.
Are you ready?
Anyhow. So review your answers. Number 1, I chose D. Let's get a copy, Misha.
You wrote I wrote in full to be that I'm sure of what I'm doing.
Rest in Jesus' name. Okay, so that was correct. SMS stands for short message. Kinikon.
I'm still leading though.
Short message service. And the last one.
Ow.
The last one. What is the browser name for Kinikon? This is no be bingo. Microsoft Edge. Now this is not Edge. Edge, no, but any Asha. But this is Bing logo. What is going on with Microsoft? Because ChatGPT don't come now, they want to now everything now is ChatGPT. So, but in the options, this is the most correct answer, and it's Bing. So let's just go with it.
So I'm still leading, guys.
They're not leading.
What's the last score?
I'll put I know you just equalized in the last episode, and now
Equalized.
Yeah, so we are still on the same this thing. You know they lead me. You know if you lead me now, can't lead me on this show. Are you whining me? Is this entertainment? The entertainment now will not say.
You are not even. You know even the shape.
No, I talk. I just the lads. I just want no one blow you out of the water. You understand? Make you no go depressed. You understand?
You are mates. Good mate?
No, we are not. I need to teach you about tech. We are not.
Don't mind this guy, man. Just don't mind this guy.
Close out the episode. Let me go and eat, please.
All right, guys. This is the end of today's episode. See you same time.
Okay, so
same YouTube channel.
Wait, Apple's event is next week now. So after the event, we should shoot something.
We are back
now. We are back and better.
We are back and better. Fought, fight between lovers and broke up. But now,
I don't know what he's talking about. But okay, close this thing. Let's go.
All right, guys. Remember, this is Bridge Conversations. See you guys next time.